Hey, Joyful Wife, thanks for joining me. So, after I posted my last video on his love language versus your love language, I got a great question. And that was, how do you suggest teaching your husband your love language without making him feel criticized? And I love this question. It's such an important question because so many of us will state what we're needing in moments of frustration, and then our husband may feel like a failure when really we're trying to help them to understand what it is that we want. So today I'm going to talk about how to show him your love language and make him feel invited and not attacked. Typically, we speak out of frustration when we approach the subject of love languages, and it comes off as, you never tell me I'm beautiful, other husbands plan dates for their wives, I need more quality time with you, you don't show me you love me. The way he may be receiving it is, you're feeling as a husband, you're not as good as other men, nothing you do is good enough, and you don't love me well. So even though you were just trying to explain your needs or what's lacking, he hears criticism. And when someone feels criticized, they get defensive. They shut down, they stop trying because they feel like they can't ever win. So how do you communicate your needs without making him feel attacked? First, let's talk about appreciate first. Before you tell him what you need more of, acknowledge what he's already doing. This is really crucial. You have to make deposits before you can make withdrawals. And I would say it's about 10 positive affirmations, so deposits, for one withdrawal. If you think of it like that, you'll know I've got to affirm what he is doing already more than trying to change or criticize what he's not doing enough of. So this may look like, babe, I really appreciate how hard you work for our family. I see how much you sacrifice to provide for us, and I'm so grateful. I also notice how you always make sure I'm safe. Maybe it's you check the doors at night, you maintain my car, you're always looking out for me, and that really means so much to me. So right there, you're making him feel seen for the things he's doing. He feels like his efforts are really making a difference, and he's not starting from a place of, I'm already failing. So now he would be more open to hear what you need because he doesn't feel attacked. The next thing you do is you can teach him about love languages without making it about him failing. So maybe that looks like, hey babe, I've been learning about love languages and it's been so eye-opening. Everyone has a different way they feel most loved. For me, I feel most loved when you tell me I'm beautiful, when you thank me for things that I do, when you say you appreciate me. This fills my tank like nothing else. I know that's not your natural style, and that's totally okay. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I just want you to know that about me so you can understand what makes me feel most loved. So you're framing it as something you're teaching him about you, not as criticism. You're saying, this is about me and how I'm wired, and you're not doing it wrong. You're giving him information he can use, not a report card he failed. You're acknowledging that maybe it's not his natural style, which takes the pressure off of him. Then you can invite him to try rather than demanding that he change, or using the love languages as a weapon, as a, you don't love me because you don't speak this love language to me. So an example of inviting him would be like, would you be willing to try something for me a few times a week? Could you tell me one thing you appreciate about me, or at least that I'm beautiful? I know it might feel awkward at first since it's not your natural way of expressing love, but I promise it would make such a difference in how loved I feel. So the term would you be willing is an invitation, not a demand. You're being specific about what you need, not vague, like be more romantic. That can mean so many different things to so many different people. You're acknowledging that it might be uncomfortable for him, and you're expressing how much it would mean to you. So here's what that might sound like altogether. Babe, can I share something with you? I want to start by saying I really appreciate the way you love me. I see how hard you work for our family, how you make sure I'm always safe, how you handle things when they break. Those are all ways that you already show me that you love me, and I'm so grateful for those. I've also been learning about love languages, and I've discovered that everyone feels love differently. For me, I most feel loved when I hear a verbal affirmation. When you tell me I'm pretty, when you thank me for things, when you say you appreciate me. Words fill my tank in a way that nothing else does. Now, I know that's not your natural communication style, and I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. You show love in so many ways. I just want you to know this about me so you understand what makes me feel most loved. Would you be willing to try something? Maybe a few times a week, could you verbally tell me something you appreciate about me or that you think I look beautiful? I know it might feel awkward at first, but it would mean so much to me. Do you see how a conversation like that feels so different than the already frustrated mindset, you never tell me I look good? So here are some extra tips that might be helpful. You want to be specific. Don't just say, I need more quality time. Say, could we have 30 minutes of phone-free conversation 2 to 3 times a week? Specific requests are easier to fulfill than vague ones. Another tip would be to catch him when he tries. The first time he attempts to speak your love language, celebrate it. Even if it's awkward, even if it's not perfect, just thank him for that. Like, thank you so much for telling me I look nice today. That really meant a lot to me. Positive reinforcement really does work. Another tip, share your love language and then ask about his. So after you share yours, you could ask, what about you? What makes you feel most loved? How can I love you better? This makes it a mutual conversation. I would say a big tip is to give it time. He's not going to be perfect at your love language overnight. It's a new skill. It's like learning to speak a new language. It's not natural for someone else. Give him grace as he learns, appreciate the effort and not just the execution. And lastly, keep speaking his love language. Don't stop showing love in his language while you wait for him to learn yours. Keep doing what makes him feel loved. Model the behavior you want to see. Here's some things not to do. Don't start with complaints saying, you never, ... Don't compare him to other men. My friend's husband always, ... Don't use it as ammunition in a fight. See, you don't even know my love language. Don't expect perfection immediately. Don't criticize his attempts by saying stuff like, that's not what I mean about my love language. Don't keep score. Like, I told you 3 times and you still haven't, ... All of these tend to make another person shut down because they feel like they're being rejected. They feel like they're failing. Just to recap, appreciate first, educate gently, invite him to try, celebrate his efforts, and give grace and time. Teaching your husband your love language doesn't have to feel like criticism. When you appreciate what he's already doing and then you educate him about how you're wired, and then invite him to try something new, you're creating safety for growth. He'll actually want to learn your language because he doesn't feel attacked. He feels invited into deeper connection with you. And that's what creates the marriage you both want. Thanks for this great question and keep them coming.